We also want to talk about big steps versus small steps and staying in rhythm. Okay, the ball is like the beat of the music, the tennis equivalent of the beat of the music, right? You have to stay on a rhythm to the ball. Like if you like to dance, like you have to stay to the beat of the music. If you're offbeat, you're going to look really goofy, and in tennis, you're just going to look really goofy and make a really dumb error, because the ball's going to go up and you're not going to be on rhythm and you're going to be way off timing, right? If you look at great players, their body is always moving in sync and in rhythm, flowing with the ball. The natural up and down motions flowing with the ball, left or right. Okay, so if you're hitting if the ball is really low and you're playing someone who hits low and hard, you're pretty much going to be staying low here, right? Because there's not a whole lot of up and down on the ball. You're pretty much staying on the ball's level here, right? Boom, boom, splitting, boom, boom. You see my head's really low and level. But the moment your opponent starts to throw higher balls with a lot of variance and spin, that's what I need. I need more up in rhythm vertically, okay? So like when I hit a short ball, I'm going to go up, down, up. And you can see that slight change in rhythm. But if I'm hitting a ball that comes low, I might just be here, right? It's on the ball's level, right? And that's that same thing with kind of dancing to the ball, okay? And so a great way to do this is just in rallying is just to get your rhythm rallying up the middle, okay? If a ball's coming a little softer, I might use more up, down, up rhythm here, but if the ball's coming hard, I'm just going to stay low, okay? Now, when we discuss how to stay in rhythm, it's a combination of big steps and small steps. When the ball's coming fast, and we talked about just staying low when the ball's coming low, if you move your feet too much, you're going to get all tangled up. You might just need one or two big steps, boom, boom, here. If I'm running down a drop shot, again, I'm taking big lunging sprints to get to that drop shot, okay? But if the ball's floating, and again, these are tough ones for a lot of players. If the ball's floating, we need something called small steps. And so I might align myself with the ball here, let's say for an inside out forehand floater to punish the ball. I'm going to align myself here. And this is how I'm going to do small steps. So you got to watch my feet here. Right now, my weight's on my back leg because, again, I'm in a hammer stance ready to crush, right? When I do a small step, my weight's going to touch on my left and come back to my right. So watch this. Boom, boom. 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 I can adjust and turn my body. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. But it's always going to come back on this loaded leg, okay? Because when the ball's up in the air, again, you don't know what turn the ball is going to take. You need to space line it up, boom, and then hit. All right, you don't know which way the ball is going to turn, so that's why you need the small steps on the backhand. Boom, 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 hit, right? You know, if you hit the ball here and you go load, small, hit, right? But if the ball's coming fast, big step and hit, all right? So that's how you stay on rhythm. A combination of, you might use a big step, then a small step, right, to finish. So it really depends on what you're trying to do. You might use a small step here and then use more a running shot. It really depends, but you need to master both in different combinations, okay? All right, so now we're going to just do some basic rallying, like kind of we're warming up, but I just wanted to talk to you a little bit more about sort of how the rhythm works. And when you're in rhythm, it feels wonderful, actually. And when you're in rhythm, the chances of you missing diminish dramatically. Like if you've ever had days where you just felt like you're hitting the ball great, and you weren't even using good form or technique, but it was just going in and you just felt like you were completely synchronized with the ball, you're probably in rhythm that day. And so a lot of times, let's say you start a match and you're not feeling the flow and that, again, you're not on beat, but you start playing more and more, and you start feeling the up and down of the ball. And once you get in rhythm, as you can see here, you can pretty much rally a long time without missing. Now, obviously, if your opponent hits the ball a little bit harder, that changes the rhythm, that quickens the rhythm. When your opponent hits balls that float, you call them junk balls, moon balls, again, that changes the rhythm. And rhythm is a great awareness thing because you have to be in tune and dial it into what changes are happening so you can always stay in rhythm. Okay, like if you're used to a fast-paced rhythm and then your opponent slows the tempo of the rally down, well, you're still going to be hitting. You're not going to make the proper adjustments. You're going to be hitting on that fast-paced rhythm. You're going to time a lot of balls early. You're going to force play a lot. So as you can see, when the ball is like out in front of me, when the rhythm changes, instead of trying to hit my full stroke, a lot of times I'll hit like a little chip slice just to get the ball in. But if I'm in rhythm and the ball's in my strike zone and I'm feeling on time with the ball, then I'll choose to hit the ball a little bit harder, because out of rhythm allows me to pretty much hit as hard as I want and be able to hit the ball in, okay, with accuracy. Okay, so even if you don't have great technique, again, continue to study how the rhythm of the game works, and even without great technique, you can still hit great shots. You can still hit the ball really hard and really consistently, right? But this requires, again, hitting, as we talked about in that first video. In order to stay on rhythm, you have to hit your split step initially and really be watching for changes in the ball, okay? So now you're going to see a few rallies. That was just like basic rallying up the middle. Now you're going to see a few rallies where the rhythm changes, and you're going to see some rallies where the ball, these are like how to handle a moon ball essentially. And if you notice my head moving up and down more vertically, now I'd say I'm generally a pretty stiff guy. Uh, I have two hands on both sides, so I'm going to be less up and down than even most players. But you can even see when the ball goes high. Again, the first thing is my body slows down to the rhythm of the ball. Okay, I'm able to see that adjustment, based on that split step and really watching. But I'm going to slow my body down. You're going to see a little bit smaller steps. As you can tell, you can't see my feet here, but if you look at my knees, you're going to see generally smaller steps, maybe some slower steps. And when I plant in the court, maybe a slightly deeper knee bend. One, to get more power, but two, to stay in rhythm. Okay. And so that's going to be different even when I hit a moon ball like this, where I load up and set up and load up, to win a slice. Okay, it's also going to change the rhythm. So you're going to see a few shots after where I hit some of these slices. And so when I hit some of these slices, what do you see me do? I'm getting on the level of the ball. Okay, I'm staying lower. I'm not rising and falling as much. Whereas you saw on the moon balls, when I hit, I'm coming up a little bit more, right? With the slice, I'm staying down. I'm staying down and waiting on the ball, okay? And so a lot of you guys have issues just adjusting to these simple shots. You have to say, okay, how does the rhythm change, and how do I make these simple adjustments, right? Like a slice, or if the ball comes low, you have to stay low and stay quiet with the upper body. With balls that bounce high, can rise up a little bit more. So hitting in rhythm is so crucial, because even if you lose your rhythm for a split second, you're more than likely going to miss. Now again, tennis isn't about being perfect. You don't need to be in perfect rhythm on every shot, but the more on beat you are, right, and moving with the ball, again, rhythm and timing go hand in hand. If you're in rhythm, you're going to time the ball well, you're going to have a good strike zone, and even if there's some awkward looking shots, you're going to be able to make a lot of great plays off those shots being in rhythm. Now, here are some drills that we're going to see, both the high ball in act, or the slower balls in action where you take small steps, and then some of the faster balls. So the faster balls, as you can see here, it's maybe just 1 or 2 or 3 big steps to get to the ball, staying on level with the ball, right? And that's what you want to do for the balls that come fast. But the balls that come slow, I want to pause here on the video, okay, as the student sets up. And obviously, let's say you're hitting an open stance or any shot, you have your back leg planted as always, right, to start that weight transfer. But you see here the 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 rhythm of the steps, where the loaded leg is loaded on the back foot, and then there's a quick transfer to the front leg and back to the loaded leg, right, in that 1-2, 1-2 sequence. And again, we want to shift to the front and back, and quickly back to the loaded leg, which keeps you on rhythm, and you can fire that back loaded leg at any time. And we don't want to keep that loaded leg back and planted for two reasons. One is if you misjudge the ball and you plant that loaded leg too soon, okay, and the ball changes mid flight, you're gonna get thrown off rhythm. The second thing is if the ball is slow and there's more time, we have to create more. We have to stay on beat of the ball and create more time with the small steps. Taking small steps creates more time. The third thing, there's actually a third thing. When you load that back leg, okay, it takes. Now this is more minor, but it actually when you hold that back leg too long, it'll actually put additional stress and kind of sap the energy on that leg, right? You want to if you have like if I was going to tell you to jump as high as you can, yeah, you bend your knees and jump. But you wouldn't hold that knee bend, for 20 seconds and then jump. Your legs would get extremely tired, and especially if we're hitting a lot of balls, this you want to move as efficiently as possible.